In Dreams' latest manhunt video, he rides over a ghast using a boat. I want to try and find out how far this mechanic goes, and whether this might be useful in vanilla Minecraft. First of all, I tried to recreate it. I use a command that disables the AI of the ghast, and as you can see, I can pretty freely skate around on it. I tried doing this again with a bunch of ghasts, because why not? But for some reason the ghast didn't stay still this time. Instead, the ghast I was on seemed to be pushed away by the momentum my boat was creating. But double checking Dream's clip, you can actually see the ghast do the exact same thing, and start to move to the right as Dream rides over it. I then had the idea to try other mobs. First, I thought I would try the Ender Dragon, as it's the biggest mob in vanilla Minecraft. For some reason however, the boat just phased through the dragon, and once I tried to get out of the boat, I fell through it altogether. I then retried the dragon at a higher height, and for some reason I was not able to freely ride about the dragon all the way from its tail to its head. Now obviously in vanilla Minecraft, the dragon is very impractical to ride on for two reasons. One, it moves very fast and the boat will be flung off before you've really got anywhere, and two, it's only in the end, so there's literally no use for this at all. I still thought it was cool though. I tried to think of other large mobs that existed, and my mind fell to slimes. I guess that slimes would work the same as ghast, and slide to one side if you rode around on it too much. For some reason however, the slimes didn't react at all with my boat, and stayed completely still. I decided to recreate this with the slime being able to move around. I got on the slime for a second or so and it actually looked like it was relatively sturdy. But after jumping down a block or so, I was flung off my boat and fell onto the floor. I then recreated this in super flat, as I thought on the flatter area might give me some more luck. As you can see, I actually managed to get on the slime pretty convincingly. But when I tried to move around with the slime, it was pushed to one side just like the ghast was and I fell off. At this point, I was looking for anything that could have any use in survival Minecraft. I was messing around with some mobs until I landed on hoglins. Hoglins passed the initial test of being able to hold a boat, and once letting it wander freely, I still managed to stay on it for a surprisingly long time, and even started to manage to control it by slowly riding the direction I wanted to go in. I thought I would test it in a better environment, and see whether I could actually make the hoglin move anywhere. After a few attempts, I actually managed to stay on top of the hoglin, and I could pretty much control him with my will. I then had the sudden realization that hoglins usually attack you in survival, and are not passive mobs. And sure enough, once I changed survival, the hoglin had no trouble in killing me instantly. At this point, I was becoming increasingly sure this mechanic was pretty much completely useless in survival Minecraft. I couldn't hold any sort of purpose whatsoever. I had a few ideas before I was completely down however. My first idea was pigs. You might be asking, why pigs? Aren't they just useless mob? Well, yeah. You can actually put a saddle on them and ride them, which to this day is still the most useless function in Minecraft. The pigs passed the first few tests with flying colours, with the boat being able to sit on the pig perfectly. I then got somebody to ride the pig while I sat in the boat, and surprisingly, we actually made it pretty far before I fell off. It's similar to a three-legged race. You and the person riding the pig need to move in unison so the person on the boat doesn't slide off. My last idea was to try the same thing but on a horse. I didn't have higher hopes for this, as the horse is thinner than the pig, meaning there was less room to manoeuvre about on it. After a few attempts of trying to land the boat on the horse, we finally got a good run. And it worked perfectly. I somehow accidentally found a way to fit 3 people on a single horse, the saddle seat and the 2 boat seats, and I imagine you can stack more boats to have a bus full of people on the single horse. Is this completely useless in every single way? Yeah, it is. Running is faster and you can always get more horses. But I think that people could really do some cool minigames with this. Like I mentioned earlier, it's sort of a 3-legged race, so both people have to work together in order to move. In conclusion, I don't think this little trick has any actual survival usefulness. But at the end of the day, it's another fun glitchy mechanic in Minecraft that you can use to mess around with your friends. I still really want to see a horse bus though. If somebody makes that, do be sure to send it to me. Also, I know this is quite a weird video, different from a lot of my others, but don't worry. I still plan on uploading my normal videos, just thinking someone as a little bonus video. Please do subscribe, it fuels my ego, and I'll see you guys over my Twitch.